Mr. Eli, yes, go into the box, please. Dominion and technologies.
The Bible, all three. I use all three. The Bible. I, Eli Evans,
Swear by the Holy Bible.
Swear by the Holy Bible.
That.
The
evidence I shall give.
The evidence that I shall give.
To the commission. Shall be the truth. The whole truth. And nothing but the truth. So help me God. My Lord, let's read in English.
Your name. Sit down.
Thank you. My Lord, my name is Eli Evans.
Counsel.
If my lordships are pleased, George Tetewayo. My Lord, with an E at the end of the Wayo.
Yes, Counsel.
Respectfully, my Lord.
Not you.
My Lord, before we proceed, there's a slight misnomer that we want to address the commissions. The letter that invited us, my Lord, is addressed Dominion Technology, but this is Dominion Technologies. So we wanted to...
Again.
My Lord, the letter addressed to is Dominion Technology, but he is Dominion Technologies.
Gist.
Yes, my Lord.
Yes.
Okay, bring it.
My Lord, this is just a photocopy of the one I've been given.
Yeah, bring it, let me change it on it for you. All right, thank you. It's a good consent. We'll correct it.
Absolutely.
The registry will do that and give you the right one before you go.
Absolutely.
So it's technologist.
Yeah,
GIS.
Technology.
Plural, sir.
The plural.
Yes,
Yes,
technologist.
Yes,
okay.
For the purpose of the records. Thank you, my Lord.
Okay, thank you very much for the reminders. But make sure, Tom. Okay, we'll do that for you before you go.
We are most grateful.
We'll take that one and give you a new one with the correct spelling.
Yes,
thank you, Counsel.
Now, give the commission your full name.
My lords, my name is Eli Evans.
What work do you do?
Sir, my lords, I am an entrepreneur and the CEO of Dominion Technologies.
Now, Dominion Technologies, what is your scope of work?
My lords, we are an IT firm that provides IT services such as website development, networking, IT technical support, outsourcing, etc. My lords.
Now, is your company a limited liability company or sole proprietorship?
My lord, initially it was an enterprise when it was first registered in 2001, and then a colleague came on board, and then we became a limited liability company in 2010.
Do you have your document or registration here?
I'm sorry, sir, I don't have it here, but I can make it available to your lordship. Okay, thank you, sir.
Your company's name came up as one of the companies that applied to provide IT services to the project committee of the Ministry of Youth and Sports in respect of the 2014 World Cup. Is that correct?
That's correct, my lordship.
Now, did you put in an application? Did you put in an application to...
Yes, my lord, I put in an application.
Do you have a copy here?
Yes, my lord.
My Lord, we want to tender in the proposal that Dominion Technologies put in. But my Lord, we also made series of photocopies, if we can make that available to the commissioners so that they can follow up as he does the presentation.
You. Yes, my Lord. Yes, Ministry of Youth and Sports. website design.
All right. Now, after you presented your proposals, what happened?
My Lord, when we presented our proposal, we were interviewed at the presentation, and then negotiations were done. However, I think at the end we did not win the bid. What happened was that the first day we presented the proposal, yes sir, we were asked, we were told they would be contacted, and then later that day an SMS came through which asked us to develop a sample website and then come and show on the day we presented a presentation was the 13th of January, and on the 15th we were supposed to come and show them a demo of the website which we have projected above. So we showed
what date?
on the 15th of January 2014, sir. So we showed them this as our sample website, and they seemed to be impressed. However, it came to figures, and they offered us 5,000. I think we charged, according to our proposal, we charged 17,000.
5,000 what? 17,000
US dollars, sir. We were asked why US dollars, and we explained that the services for which we are going to pay are all going to be in US dollars. Hence the reason. But we will invoice for CD equivalents. So at the end, they pushed us a bit, and then we agreed that, well, if we are offered 5,000 CDs, we could do it for Mother Ghana. In which case, we know that we won't be making anything, but at least we will do a very good job for
$5,000 or US
CDs, Ghana CDs, my lords.
So you agreed on to that figure?
Yes. Well, my colleague refused right there. He said no, but I came in and I said, like,
when you say colleague, please counsel, when you say colleague, who are you referring to?
Your partner.
My partner with whom I went for the meeting disagreed, but I said we would rather do it for nothing than not do it at all. So we would do it for Ghana.
And when you said you will do it, you meant you will fulfill in the proposals?
Everything in the proposal. My lords, I just remembered it was $5,000 they asked us if we will accept 5,000 from 17,000 to $5,000. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, my lord.
$5,000
yes,
from $17,000. You came down to $5,000.
We came down to 13,000, but they put it to us that, look, if we say take it or leave it, $5,000, would you take it? Immediately my partner said no, and I said he should come down. It's for Ghana, so we would. And that figure came up by virtue of the requirements of the website. You know, there were a tall list of requirements that they wanted from the brief that we got, request for proposal. It was based on that figure came up with, including a virtual private server to make sure the site doesn't go down. We were going to buy quite a few plugins for the website for live chat and stuff. So it was going to be very well packed. That was how come we came up to 17,000. And also,
hold on, you said you were given a brief. Who gave you the brief?
My lord, I was contacted sometime last year to do some work for National Youth Awards program. So I kept going to the Ministry of Youth and Sports personally to follow up. It was on one of those occasions, on the 10th of January, that I saw a document lying on the table, and I asked, oh, what is this? Request for website design.
Lying on the table?
No, like on someone's desk at the ministries. And he said, yes. Oh, you don't have this yet? I said, no. So it was within 3 days that we're supposed to bring the proposal. So they gave me that document. They made a copy for me, based on which we came up with a proposal for the ministry.
So, my Lord, respectfully, we want to tender in this request for proposal by the ministry itself. My Lord, you have it on the package that
the ministry never requested you. You found this document on somebody's table.
No.
My Lord, this is the request by the ministry. But the issue is that it was not out to the Ghanaian populace, so it was within. So he's saying that as he went to the ministry, he chanced upon this, but this is what the ministry put up.
Okay.
My Lord, it's in the bundles that it's requests for proposal.
Now, tell them, is it a kind of advertisement or?
My lords, I was made to believe that that was what had gone out for interested web developers to apply for. Now, I didn't get this until I saw it, and then I made enquiries, and then I was given a copy.
All right, we will give you the opportunity to read out what you just tended so that we can understand.
So what do you say it is?
My Lord, it's EEU1.
Yeah, what is it?
It is request for proposal, website design and hosting.
Go on.
Yes, my lord. Request for
Eli,
proposal.
you are going too fast. Okay, so take your time and then speak slowly a bit so that.
Yes, my lord. Request for proposal, website design and hosting. Introduction. The Ministry of Youth and Sports is currently requesting the submission of proposals from interested web design and development agencies for the purpose of designing and developing an official website for Ghana's participation in the FIFA 2014 World Cup, Brazil, and also provide hosting services. Requirements. The ministry's key goals is to develop a professional, modern, and interactive website that will play a significant role providing relevant and up-to-date information on all matters concerning Ghana's participation in the World Cup, serve as a platform to project the good image of Ghana and the sitting government, and build a strong support group for the Ghana Black Stars. Another key goal of this website is to create a strong following from football fans in Brazil. It is the ministry's belief that engaging Brazilians who would be majority fans in all stadiums as supporters of the Black Stars will go a long way to boost the morale of the team and supplement the Ghanaian supporter groups during the tournament. The website must be a cutting-edge, one-stop interactive information gateway for all Ghanaians, football fans, and international community as a whole. It is estimated that...
Hold it. It's quite lengthy.
Okay, all right. So it was on the basis of this that you put in your proposal?
My lords, yes. If I could please jump straight to the...
Listen to the commission.
All right.
You want to set your own questions and answer.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My lords.
All right, go on.
Project details. The website's content will consist of, but not limited to, Ghanaians' involvement.
We have it here.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
You live it. We have it here.
All right.
Yes, Council, go on.
Now, so on the basis of this, you put in your proposal.
Yes, my lord.
Now, you told the commission that you were invited to make a presentation.
Yes, my lord. Yes.
Okay, after putting in the proposal.
Yes, my lord.
Now, you told the commission again that you were asking for $17,000.
Yes, my lord.
And they put it to you that you could, if you would take 5,000, that would be acceptable. Is that the case?
Yes, my lord.
All right. So what happened thereafter?
Thereafter, after doing the presentation, we were told we'll be gotten back to. Later that evening, I received a message. No, not that evening, but later, about 3 days later, I called the secretary, one Miss Beatrice Ivy also. I called to follow up on our proposal and then was told that it was given out to someone else. And that ended it at that level.
Now, did you have anything to do with the website after that?
Yes, my lords. My lords, Well, later on, I received a phone call on the 20th of April at around 11 p.m. to come for a meeting at Akosombo the next day, 21st, which I attended.
Who invited you?
My Lord, I was called by one Mrs. Denta Amwating on behalf of the Secretariat.
Okay, go on. What happened at Akosombo?
My Lord, at the meeting, the website management was handed over to me.
When you say management was handed over to you, what does it mean?
Management of the website in terms of restructuring, updates, etc., my lords, because it was going to be a mouthpiece, an electronic mouthpiece for the Secretariat. So there will be daily updates.
Now, hold on. Your task was to design, if you had been given the assignment or the contract,
yes,
you were going to design and manage. Is that the case?
Yes, my lord, it was optional. The options were we either design and manage the content or design, hand over to them with the necessary notes for them to update by themselves. But that was rejected. So at that point, I assumed that it was the management, the updates and management of the website that was being given to us, my lords.
Which implies that somebody else, at the time they invited to Akosombo, had designed the website.
Yes,
that's
my
correct.
lord.
Now, go on. You were given the money, you were asked to manage the website.
Yes, my lord. I was asked to manage the website, which I agreed on, and then but the monetary details were supposed to be discussed later, and
now,
that ended the meeting.
Hold on. Now, so you were invited by telephone, is that what you
Yes,
said?
my lord.
Were you ever, from that point, were you ever given a written correspondence?
Yes, sir. On the 24th or 3rd of April, I received an email which gave me access to the website, which I assume was like a handover, takeover. These are the details. This is the login, take over, and manage the website.
Can we have a look at the...
Yes, my lord,
Yes,
we want to tender that in.
My lord, this becomes exhibit EEU 2. EEU 2.
What is that?
My lord, it is an email dated 24th March.
My lord, that is the login code which is there. So he was supposed to use that code to enter the website that has been created supposedly by some other persons.
That's it. Go on, counsel.
I suppose you have another copy there. Do you have another copy of what you've just said?
Yes, my lord.
All right. Can you read to the commission the communication that you received?
The communication?
What exactly the email was about?
The email was a forward,
Okay.
which the woman responsible for the hosting, it was actually the domain name, which is the name of the website, was actually registered by one Mrs. Denta Martin, which she forwarded to me. And it says password, and then the username, and then the link to login, and then regards Denta. So it didn't have any further details, my lord.
Now, so do you know, or did you know, who developed the website?
My lords, I'm not. Yes, I spoke to the developer. One, I think Kwame Kwanche or something. I'm not too sure. I spoke to him because I took his number and spoke to him because to take over a website that someone has already designed, you would need a few technical details which will help you to build on. So I spoke to him. So yes, I know him, but I think we met once at the ministries too, but I don't know him as
now. Our understanding is that
before that,
several,
what is the company name?
I'm sorry, sir, I can't remember. I think it's Goshen or I'm not. I can't.
Okay, Council,
I'm not sure.
All right, I was going to ask the same question.
Okay.
Now, from this communication, would you say you understood the terms of or conditions under which you're going to work, whether it was contractual or otherwise?
My lords, those details were discussed on the phone and in person. However,
were they discussed at the Akosombo meeting? That was when it was handed over to you, is that not it?
Yes, my lord.
Okay, so did you discuss the terms under which you're going to work?
No, my lords.
All right.
I was supposed to discuss those details with one Mr. Larry Achampong and Fred Dako.
All right. Now go ahead, tell us what discussions you had with them.
My lords, the discussion did not come on. It didn't come on. But when I received the login, I said, a login for a website that someone else has designed, I needed to be sure that the person has washed his hands off, because if two of us have the login and one dot can mess up an entire website. So I didn't want it to be as though he was managing it or he was still in charge and then I was also working on it. So I needed to be sure that it was handed over, and she assured me that the website had been handed over to them, hence the email she sent me. And she also gave me instructions to change all passwords.
Did you change all the passwords?
Yes, my lord.
Right. Now, so you were going to manage the website. Were you under contract or you were going to do pro bono work?
No, my lord, I was not under contract. When I requested for it, I kept saying it would come, and at that time, the time was limited, and I was looking at the bigger picture of Ghana first. So I went ahead, while I was doing the work, I was also asking, so what are we going to, when is it going to come? On what terms was I? But that did not really come. But I just kept doing what I was supposed to do.
At that point, who were you talking to? You said you were going to hold discussions with Larry and then Fred, but you could not get them online. My lords, yes, I couldn't get to speak to Fred and Larry, but I was in constant communication with Denta Amwating, who was in charge of marketing. Now, and the secretary.
My lord, we have a document here in relation to some of these communications from Denta to Dominion to work on the website. We want to tender that in.
Well, this becomes 3, U3.
What is that?
EU3. And it is an email.
Go on.
My lords,
Go on.
Yes, so it was all on the phone.
On the phone.
Yes, my lords.
So what work did you do in the final analysis?
Well, what happened was that I followed up on the previous developer, and it was difficult getting information from him to manage the website. And eventually he told me one day he's got no business with me. So, and he was right.
Who told you that?
The Kwame Manchiri man. He told me, the previous developer, he said he has no business with me. He had no business with me. So I told the ministry, well, I need these informations. And then there were certain plugins that needed to be purchased for the website, which he said he had done. And I needed at least some email or evidence so I can follow up for technical support for the plugins that were purchased. However, when he said he had no business with me, I reported back to the ministry to the secretariat to let them know that it was difficult getting information to manage the website. Then on the 28th of April, an email came in summoning myself and the other man copied some other people to appear at the secretariat the next day, which was 29th April, for a meeting.
That's what we have tendered.
Okay. And at this meeting, my lords, the other man could not attend. And at that point, the man who chaired the meeting was in the presence of Mr. Larry Champon, Fred Dako, Efriyie-Ankrah, and I think it was chaired by Mr. Kwesi Taylor. At that point, he asked if I could scrap that website completely because they saw the demo that I did and they thought it was far better if that website could be scrapped completely and done on a platform that will be more convenient for me and which will be done within 3 days because we needed to launch the website immediately as soon as possible together with the mobile application. So
can you tender that document first before you go with this?
My Lord, that is what we have
Yes.
tendered in.
You've tendered
The
it?
one that called for that meeting.
All right.
It's what we just tendered in.
All right, go on then.
Do you have minutes of that meeting?
minutes of the meeting, sir? No, sir. I don't have any. It wasn't an official meeting. It was just a sitting, and I walked in and they said, look, can you do this? And I said, yes, I could with my team, I could. And then I said I could try. But they said, no, they didn't need me to try. They needed me to do it before Saturday.
Did you, after, confirm the discussion held with them by email?
No, I did not confirm it with an email like I usually did. Usually, when I receive any verbal instructions, I follow up with an email to say, yeah, I'm confirming that you say this and that. But at that point, I did not do that. So I asked what my payment would be, what my compensation would be. I didn't say payments because I knew that the website had already been paid for, only that we're having difficulties, and I didn't want to put them through another burden of using Ghana's money to do that same job twice. So anyway, I was asked to discuss with Mr. Larry Champon how much I would take for it, but before I could, he called me back and said, look, I need to see how well you can do this, get it done, and let's talk figures, and that he would ensure that we were well compensated for the website, and then if he is really impressed about the work, he would ensure that we are giving a citation, a certificate of honor, which I consider far more valuable than the money. So I agreed on these terms, and after 3 days, on the, I think, 2nd of April, either 2nd or 3rd of April, which was a Saturday, at 1 p.m., I met with them to show them what I had come up with. So what I did was that I had to discard the previous website, extract all some of the information that had been input previously, redo a new one, and then input all that information back. So that was what I did with my team.
Okay, Alex, what do you think was wrong with the previous website?
The previous website had plugins that were mostly demo versions, which had expired, and we could not work with them.
My Lord, we have a copy of the website. We want to tender that.
Copy of the website.
Yeah, the print up of the home page.
U4 is SBT U4.
My Lord, actually that is what is being displayed here, and the pictures keep changing. We just printed one slide of it.
All right. Let's go on, please. So,
Now,
answer 1 minute. You say it's Larry who told you they will give you a certificate.
No, Mr. Kwesi Taylor. He said he was mandated by the ministry to get the website done.
Kwesi Taylor of Moyes. And you said you agreed to it.
Yes, my lord.
Go on, counsel.
Just a certificate, no money, nothing?
No, the payment and a certificate.
No, that was not what you said. You said certificate, and for Mother Ghana you agreed.
No, my lords. I said he will make sure I am well compensated, and if he's really impressed, he will also give me a certificate.
How much do you think you were expecting?
My lords, for the love of country and for the passion I have for my work, I could do that website for Ghana for even free of charge. So I didn't have any figure in mind I was expecting, my lords, and so I was willing to accept anything I was paid plus the expenses that I made on the website. As for the expenses, I was going to demand that one because they told me, look, go ahead and do it. We'll pay for it.
There are several ways of killing a cat. I will not charge you, but I will just ask you to pay for the expenses I've made. The job itself is free.
Well,
so I mean, maybe I'm just fast forwarding. So as of now, have you been paid?
No, my lords.
Nothing.
I've been paid something. The minister sent me 1,000 CDs. I think on the day on the day of the first match in Brazil, he sent me 1,000 CDs, and that was. I sent him a message to say even my plugins had not been paid for, so he sent me that money, which at that time, when I calculate, was almost equivalent to how much I spent on the plugins, my lords.
Yes, counsel. That's.
So apart from that, you were not paid any other money?
No, my lords.
Now, were you able to satisfy their
1,000 Ghana?
Yes, my lords.
Were you able to?
All right. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Were you able to satisfy their requirements?
Yes, my lord. On the Saturday when I did the presentation, they were so impressed. Mr. Kwesitila personally gave me 50 Ghana cedis for
Akwateshi.
Well, what I meant to say that he gave me something, go and get yourself a drink, which I accepted. So they were really impressed with the work and they liked it.
Why did he give you the 50 cities for application? Did you look like somebody who...
maybe my red lips, my lords, but I don't take it.
And the media are here. So you were paid 50 cities. Anyway, let's go on. So, councillors, one up.
So, after the tournament, did you have any deals with them again in respect of what you had done?
No, my lords. Before the tournament, my lords, if I can take you back, we did the website launching, and after the launch, then I started asking what offer I was going to be made, because
my lord, we have a document with regard to the launching day, and then in fact, Dominion is on the fourth sheet.
So what is this thing here for? What have you brought this thing here for?
My lord,
because it is
to show you the website, the demo that we did before, and then the one we did after for the Ghana.
And are we going to cruise and go before you show them?
It's just.
Well, I always see my Calesian showing and going and coming back, going and coming back.
And on the screen is the Ghana to Brazil 2014 website that was done.
So, your launching was the second, is that it?
No, my lords. The launching of the website was on the...
No, not the date. You said initially somebody had prepared the website.
Yes.
You had to scrape it and do yours.
Yes.
Was the first one not launched?
No, it wasn't launched, my lords.
So why was yours launched?
It was launched on the 7th of March, together, 7th of May, my lords.
May.
Yes, together with a mobile application and then our outdooring of the ambassadors, World Cup ambassadors.
Where?
At the La Pleasure Beach Hotel, my lords.
Yes, you said you were going to take us back.
Yes,
he's tendering. Let him tender.
Yes, that's the campus bit.
EU 5. SBT EU 5. EU 5.
That's what the launch. Huh?
Yes, my lord. Is it the launch?
Yeah, the launch.
Now, I was asking you what happened after the tournament, but you said there was something else to say.
Yes, my lord.
So just finish up that one.
Okay, after the launching of the website, I again requested for payments, and I have emails here to show. And eventually I was...
Hold on. My lord, we want to tender in his requests.
Is it emails? How many do you have?
We've put them together as well.
My lord, his request, and then the response from Larry.
Tender as one,
and then
we have it here.
The agreement to pay some.
Were you in Brazil?
No, my lord.
So how are you getting these pictures?
My lord, I was following real time. On
Me, I'm a layman. I don't know these things. How do you get the pictures?
Well, I had friends who had gone, and then I also following from FIFA's website, and I was getting some images from Getty.
Yes.
So
your job was to pick images from here and there, put together.
Well, my lords, my duty was actually to update the website with the information I have fed. So updating this website ended somewhere around 24th of June, because I could only use what I was given. During the tournament, from time to time, Efriyie-Ankrah and the other members of the media team who sent me information would send, and then I'll post on the website, my lord.
So you were posting what they sent
what
to you?
What they gave me, yes, ma'am.
You were not editing on anything, you just posted what they...
Yes, because my kind of English may not be what they want on the website. I tell them to give it to me just as they want it, and then I just reformat. I don't really read through to post my own articles.
My lord, I think what he's trying to say is that whatever comes in, whatever, he manages it. So the information given to him, he places them there, and as at when he's supposed to keep it running, he does that.
So
was that the agreement?
Yes, my lord.
You were not to look for the information. No, they will feed you.
Yes, my lord.
Well, I'm being educated here. The owner. Huh?
Okay. I'll just try to explain that if you are content manager, you don't provide the content.
Yes,
right?
Yes,
the owner of this will provide the content.
So in this case, who is the owner?
The owner is the secretariat of the World Cup, the World Cup secretariat.
They are the owner.
Yes, my lord.
And you are the content manager.
Yes, my lord.
But I thought you said you opened the website.
Yes, I redeveloped it. And
let's get this clear. Are you the one who opened the website, or you redeveloped what Kwame Kuranchi had done earlier?
I did the website, the current website. I did it, my lord.
Well, I think what he's saying is that the former one was discarded. In a meeting, Mr. Taylor said, can you scrap this one?
Yes.
Can you get us another one in 3 days? We want it. So what we have here is what Dominion did in 3 days. Okay. So the first one was discarded, man.
For which he was thanked with the 50 acquisition.
Now, so have you finished with the thing that we skipped?
3 o'clock.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, you finished the thing.
Yes.
SBT EU 6. They are all emails.
Also, one up. What is it? Emails, huh?
Yes, my lord.
My lord.
Go on.
So after the launch, I was made an offer of 5,000 CDs for the website.
Are you saying 5,000 CDs or 5,000?
5,000 CDs. They offered me 5,000 CDs.
This time 5,000.
That was what was confusing me in the beginning.
Okay, 5,000.
So how was the offer made? Was it by word of mouth or by written correspondence?
The offer was made by word of mouth. Then I followed up with an email, and then the correspondence in the evidence I just submitted shows on the second page that, hi Eli, we have agreed to pay you 5,000 Ghana cedis. Please send us an invoice to that effect.
What date is that?
And that was on the 28th of May.
So my lord, it's inclusive of the exhibit you've tied now, but that is the 28th. What date?
28th May.
28th May, my lord. At what time?
6:54 a.m.
The one we just tendered in, my lord. The bundle that just came. 28th May.
Now, when you send the invoice, what was their response?
It was received, and I was told that it was being, I think Mr. Larry Echampon responded and said, since Denta and Fredaku were in copy, they will carry it on from there.
Were you paid?
No, my lord. That particular invoice has not been honored yet. The last time I followed up, which was like 2 or 3 weeks ago with Mr. Fredaku, he told me payments are still being made, and so mine is part of the payments that are going to be made, my lord.
The 5,000 Ghana?
Yes, my lord.
Was the 1,000 Ghana part of the 5,000 Ghana?
My lord.
He has an invoice there now, which includes the 5,000 and the bits of expenditure, which we've just tendered in.
Yes, he was initially paid 1,000
No,
Ghana.
my lord, I sent the invoice before the Honorable Minister gave me 1,000. So it does not reflect in the invoice that was dated 28th May 2014. He gave me the money in June. So if I deduct from, I could deduct from the invoice, and also on the invoice.
Clear. You said 5,000, but you were given 1,000 by the minister.
Yes, my lord.
I'm asking whether that 1,000 is part of the 5,000.
Yeah, I can assume. Yes, I can say so. So we minus 5,000.
So it's left with 4,000.
Yes, my lord. But there were other expenses, my lord, which include my maintenance fee, because I had to drive back and forth several times in a week, attend meetings on behalf of the committee with Google Ghana and other partners. So I was charging 1,000 cedis a month because it was a daily affair, and I charged 1,000 cedis dating from April to July.
Yeah, but my brother, if you look at your own invoice, you have said prices in US dollars. That's on top of it. There's quantity, price in US dollars, discount, and then total in US dollars. So you have 1,174. Are you looking at the same document?
My lords, it was just when we got there, we got here, we're reviewing it when we realized that the header of the invoice reflected USD, but it's actually Ghana cedis, and the total down there is in cedis, my lords.
The 25,140.
No,
different pages.
Yeah, but you're saying that please note that prices are in US dollars because plugins were purchased in US dollars. So what kind of an invoice is this? You got price in US dollars, discount percent, total in US dollars, and then the total amount is in Ghana cedis. So I don't know what this is supposed to mean.
My lord, the notice down there is in reference to the plugin that was purchased above, and I wrote the CD equivalence on the right, my lords. It's
so so the heading to price in US dollar is wrong. Is that what you're saying?
The title at the top there on the
price in US is wrong. Is that what you're saying?
The title is wrong. Yes, my lord. The title is wrong. It's not.
So how are we going to receive it? I don't know. Well, it's been tendered, but it's going to be very difficult to. Because if the title is wrong, so how do we know that the rest of it is, things in there are not wrong?
My lord, what happened yesterday was that when he asked me to be on, I told him to look for all viable documents, and I think in a haste, he printed these ones out, and this morning we just came here. So
he conjured the invoice. Is it that
No, my lord.
The titling with regards to the currency in which they find themselves. He wanted to cancel, my lord, and I said no.
Hold on. If these were invoices which you submitted Okay, confirm. Was this the invoice you sent to the ministry?
My Lord, these invoices are the exact invoices submitted. However,
submitted to who?
To
the committee.
The committee.
Yes.
For to be honored.
Yes.
And last night, it was last night that I noticed the USDs at the top there. So I decided to cross that out and sign against it. But my counsel advised me that because it's the same invoice I sent, I should rather let us present it and then explain to your lordships.
I see.
Absolutely.
So your explanation is that the column 3 that says price in US dollar is wrong.
It's wrong.
It should be priced in Ghana cedis.
Yes, my lord.
And the note down there, yes, please note the prices are in US dollars because plugins are priced in US dollar is also wrong, or what?
It's in reference to the first item on the list, which is plugins purchased for the website.
That is 390.
91.60,
and that translates into the 1,174.6 Ghana cedis.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, then yeah, all right. Okay, so it's the total. So the 1,000 Ghana cedis is for the monthly maintenance.
Yes, my lord.
So the total is 10,174.80.
Yes, my lord. But again, my lords, updates ended in June, so I am not entitled to July maintenance for July because I did not work on the website in July. So that again, I wanted to cross out, but my counsel advised me to leave it and explain to your lordship. And then when I'm being called to pick up my invoice, I could tell them to exclude that of July, my lords.
Okay.
So if you are not come here, there we go. Go on.
So what was the last follow-up you did on this matter?
My lords, the last follow-up I did was 3 weeks ago when I spoke to Mr. Efriyie-Ankrah, who said the invoice would be processed.
Mr. Evans.
Yes, ma'am.
In the nutshell,
Yes, ma'am.
my understanding is that you are saying that you did the website,
Yes, my lord.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
And it was not done by the one that was launched was
Yes.
not done by Gossel,
Yes, my lord.
but you did it.
Yes, ma'am.
And up to now, you've only been paid 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes, my lord.
Is that all you are trying to say?
Yes, my lord.
Okay.
My Lord, I think my client's case is what you have just said, but there's one bit of it that he wants to also appeal to the commission if it could reflect in the recommendation. It's been bundled out there that he's been paid 22,000. My Lord, you know, infant companies will ride on goodwill, and the point is that that is one main reason why he's.
Or are you testifying for him? Let him say it.
Because, very well, my Lord, very well.
Well, I like your activity. I mean, that's what a lawyer should do.
I'm
You're
grateful,
earning
my
your
Lord.
keep. When you go, then you can demand some money.
I'm grateful, my Lord.
But so far, he's only been paid 1,000. So
No, you charge in dollars and convert it to cedis.
yes, say it. Let's hear you.
Yes, my lords. On the day the Honorable Minister testified, it was peddled everywhere that I took 22,000, even though he said that the 22,857 were for the website and the mobile application. Now, when people went to the website and saw our signature under the website, they decided to call us, and then they decided to just peddle all manner of falsehoods, including tagging me personally on Facebook and my colleagues on Facebook in very derogatory write-ups, and which I find very, very unfortunate.
What is the evidence?
My lords, I have one of them here. And also 3 weeks ago on UTV, one Efriyie-Ankrah also came out to make a very, very derogatory remark about me and my company, which I find very unfortunate, my lords.
In fact, at this time of the day, she probably is on air, playing her music and slaughtering away. So, I have a funny feeling. once you have mentioned her name, she will have a little respect for Schwarzenegger. She has it's a lady who has a program on Happy FM. I'm sure she will be making mention of you.
What did she say?
She said, Efriyie-Ankrah's tears to me means how he has tears for being accused. Hell no. How could he pay Efriyie-Ankrah and Co. 22,000 for a simple website? I don't envy you guys, as claimed by Eli Evans. Now, there was a preceding message which he sent, and then I responded by saying, ha ha ha, how I'm laughing aloud.
That's your response?
Yes. Hold on, my lords. Let me just get the first.
Evans, who was sending this to you? I mean, who sent this?
This was by one young man on Facebook. He's a competitor, actually. He's also a web developer. So, you know.
Did you mention this to the operations team that they should go and counter it for you because it's going out that you've been paid 20-something plus thousand and it is not true?
The operations team of Facebook.
No, the operations team of the World Cup committee.
Secretariat.
Yes.
So the secretariat has been dissolved. So what I did was I actually communicated with some key people I dealt with, you know, Mr. Fedako,
but
the Honorable Mr. himself.
Did you tell them that because of the Iranians issue going out that because you've been paid 22, this is what you are getting, it's affecting your reputation and it's not the truth?
Yes, my lord.
So they should go back to maybe say something on your behalf?
Well, I didn't ask them to go back and say something on my behalf, but I was hoping that an opportunity like this will come where I would come to explain to the world that I did not take any of that money. The website that was paid for is not what they've been saying. So I actually put a disclaimer on the website.
Okay. Did you hear any of them go on radio to say no, we did not pay Dominion that amount of money?
No, my lords.
So there was silence on
the minister, actually.
Okay, but he didn't go telling people that he did not pay you that amount of money.
I didn't hear him say, but he was very surprised to hear that my name was out there and then I was being called by the media.
But did he say Dominion Technologies was paid 22,000?
Yes, he mentioned Dominion, he mentioned Eli Evans, and then he mentioned Amate Efriyie.
When he testified here, is that it?
No. Oh, no, when he testified, he said he paid 22,800 and something for web application, a website, and a mobile application.
So why did he mention those names?
Well, they went to the website to see these names and started tagging us and insulting us on air. And there were other publications online to malign our company.
So the other one was scrapped from day one. That one.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's only. So if anybody refers to
the website,
is your website.
Yes, my lord.
And you've been paid only 1,000 cedis as at now.
Yes, my lord.
And 50 cedis.
The 50 was for cola.
Okay.
No, it was for Google.
All right, Council, are we finished? Let's wind up. It's past 3. Let's wind up.
So you are expecting the rest of your money?
My Lord, like I attempted to sum up for my client. My Lord, my client wants to put on record that website that he's left for Mother Ghana, the ministry, the GFA, wherever, can continue it. It's for him. He is not being paid because he doesn't get the opportunity to talk about that. And thirdly, he's out there being maligned of taking some amount of money. These are the 3 pointers that he wants to put before this board.
Council, is the website for him or was developed, designed, and then managed
for the ministry?
Yes, he did it. He did that for the secretariat,
so
for the government.
So who owns it? I asked that question earlier.
No, the secretariat owes it, and Mother Ghana owes it for now.
Ministry of Youth and Sports.
But he's trying to say that if there are people who won't even claim money at all, he has a product that is still living. We can still speak to, and he's left this thing for the football.
But if they have not paid you, why don't you take it off? Or you can't take it off?
My lords, my conscience will not allow me to take it off because you know, it's for Mother Ghana, and it also serves as an evidence. Someone can go there and still see it.
Okay.
So I decided to leave it, my Lord.
All right, thank you. Anything more?
No, that's about all.
Your Lordship, just to say that we've had a lot of nationalism. In fact, one of the caterers nearly cried. You know, everybody wanted to do something for Ghana, wanted the Black Stars to win. They didn't give you any of the appearance fees, but I just love the spirit of Ghana, dying for Ghana.
Yeah.
That's very critical, and that's what we've been emphasizing here. Reviving the spirit of the nation where people are willing to do things. And that's what the Black Star brand stands for. So for the media, that's why I want to leave, you know, as we're leaving for the week, I think that's what should be edged in your minds, and I wish you can report on that. Because Mother Ghana means so much that you can see a lot of service providers were prepared to die to do things. Look at these women, very elderly women, who were standing on their feet.
Connect your machines, we are not closing now.
We're standing on their feet from morning to about 2 a.m. cooking for supporters, even when they didn't have monies to pay for sanitary pads. You see, so that's how Ghana means to a lot of people, and I wish that our footballers will appreciate this, and so when they're doing things for this country, they will do it with more heart. Not only the footballers, but all the other sporting disciplines as well. Thank you, my brother. I like your spirit.
Thank you, man.
Mr. Eli Evans and Council, Mr. thank you very much. Mother Ghana thanks you.
Yes,
okay.
We are most grateful, my
Thank
Lord.
you. Mr. Gbesunuchu, 15 minutes. Let's let it flow. Last one, then we go for the day.